Hello, guys. Welcome back to RollPlay R&D, going into the second hour. Steven, please continue.
So we are in Jaowin. We met our new party members that Lopelia gathered. Lord Wyman, the bard, headed into the center of town and caroused with the gatherers there, and did a fantastic job. And if you didn't watch the first hour, you need to see that because it was amazing. He did some awesome stuff, and we met a gem appraiser named Torsha, who both appraised the large blue gem that the group gathered from the first tower that they were in, and offered them 125 coin for it, which they gladly accepted. And also mentioned that a local wealthy individual named Bresqua has a pearl necklace, and Torsha is offering 75 coin for its return. Now, you also, Lord Wyman, you gained useful information, right? I think that was the last option.
Yes, that was.
Oh,
yes.
of course.
Yes.
Second window.
Yeah. So you learned that there are 3 distinct portions of Cathrist's lair that people are aware of. One is the Goblin Mines. One is a temple to an ancient god named, let's see, Engrisusk. I'll put that in chat so you guys don't have to struggle too terribly much. Yes, so there's 3 parts here.
And what was the third?
Let's see. I'm trying to remember what the first one was. I'm trying to find my scratch paper so I can write all this nonsense down. LOL. There's 3 parts.
Hello.
There's Goblin Mines.
While you're doing that, I'm telling Wyman of how sometimes things are worth more than coin. They're much more valuable. So in the future, before you sell something, be sure to speak with me, especially when it's something that is mine.
That was your last remnant of Fink.
I know.
I know. I'm dead and gone. Gelatinously dissolving. Now I'm in the alleyway. I'm looking to see if there's anyone.
Right. Go. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh,
go ahead. Sorry.
Forgive me, person in the distance that I can't hear in game. I look around, perched upon my barrel, to see if there's anyone in sight.
There's no one in sight. You see a couple people passing by in the center of town. Hang on, really quick. I want to go back to Lord Wyman, who knows now that there are there's a series of goblin mines. There's an ancient temple to Engrisusk, and there is an ancient laboratory known as Fen's Arcanery.
Fens?
Fen, yeah. At each of these, at various points during history, the tomb of Cathrist was used as these 3 various things.
I see.
So, Irolo, what are you up to?
Well, I'll simply use the rest of my hold to transform back into druid form.
All right, you return.
So I smirk and chuckle to myself and reach down and pick up the flint. And next to the on top of the barrel, I see an out candle.
Yep.
And I look to see if there's any piece of this building in the brick. I know there's brick on one side as I perched upon it, but I'm looking for wood or something flammable on any side of the alley or any crack in which there is.
Yeah, just above your, just out of reach, if you stretch your arm up, there is a wood, like a wood windowsill. And there's a window that opens into this alleyway. It looks like there are some curtains drawn across it, like maybe whoever lives inside of this place doesn't care about seeing into the alleyway. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, the sill of this window is wooden.
Just out of reach. Well, I'm going to calmly scoot the barrel nearby the window and step on top of it and set this candle right next to this wooden windsill.
Okay.
And then I'm going to flick the what's the name of the
piece of steel?
Yeah, the
striking steel.
Strike the steel against the rock.
Okay.
Little spark to light this candle.
Yeah. It takes you a little while since, it's just spraying sparks wherever. But eventually you manage to catch some straw that you have on your person, and then carry that flame over to the candle.
So I'm holding a lit candle. I'm standing atop a barrel, and I look to see if there's any latch to allow me to gently pull open the window.
There's nothing on the exterior. Let's see. Yeah, there's nothing on the exterior, but if you had some sort of long, thin implement, you could reach in and unhook the latch. That's the clasp that's latching these two sides of the window together.
A long, thin instrument.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, what's the best thing you put in your mouth this week?
I like how, Marcus, you're the first person to start giggling about that.
Oh.
How long and how thin?
An inch long.
Would the talon of a claw be enough?
I think so. I think likely so.
So I have a lit candle,
Yeah.
and I pull back atop this barrel to transform into one of the skulking cats of the forest.
Yeah.
Tiny, long, sharp claws,
Yep.
built to hide and to climb, but not
All right.
necessarily to fight.
Now, you said that you placed the candle on the barrel before you transformed.
No, I picked it up off the barrel before I transformed, and I set it on the windsill.
Okay,
Windowsill,
so the
it's
candle
up
is
there.
on the windowsill, and you transform into a skulking cat. Go ahead and give me a roll for your transform.
Oh, shit!
Ooh!
No! Plus experience, mark experience.
Yeah, mark experience. And on a miss, hold 1, in addition to whatever the GM says. What does the GM get to say?
Sean, it's time to make a third character.
You accidentally drink the lit candle and die.
Okay.
Or your
You
feathers
know what?
light up.
Oh, this is gonna be great. You transform into a skulking cat on the top of this barrel. And as a druid, you know that when you transform into an animal, you're not necessarily just changing your shape, right? Like, you're actually becoming this creature. And just as you complete the transformation, just as you're ready to leap up onto the windowsill and work your mischief, you see like this little city rat scurrying down down the alleyway, and oh my god, Irolo, this rat just looks like the most delicious, delectable, juice-filled rat. You just want to like pick it up and bite into its soft belly, like the jelly filling spilling out around your lips. Oh my god.
It's like a donut with legs.
Yes. Oh, and you just know it's gonna be so fun to chase this thing. Okay, so if you need to do anything other than get this rat, you're going to be acting at a -1 forwards because of your intense desire to chase this rat. So what do? You gain a move, which is to avoid deftly, and you also gain a move to fall without damage. And you hold 1.
So wait, give me the two moves again and explain -1 forward. I was trying to look up the -1 forward and what that means.
-1 forward means that every roll you make is at a -1 until the condition ends. So until you catch this rat and eat it, you're acting at a -1. You can also, you have 2 moves as your skulking cat form. You can avoid deftly and you can fall without damage.
Okay, well in that case, I'm going to avoid the rat for now.
Okay.
I climb back up the window
Yeah.
and stick one of my long and thin talons, or claws, yeah,
Yeah.
to try to pry this window open gently.
All right. You sort of like you're sort of like grasping at it a little bit, like click 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 click, like maybe you don't really understand how windows work anymore. But after a little while, you manage to pull the clasp open.
So then I use my delicate claws to pick up the candle and set it by the curtain and leap from the windowsill.
Okay. You grasp your claws around the candle, and it just kind of shreds in your claws and like falls over, and it starts sputtering. What do you do? Oh my god, did you see that? Dude, that rat, it just like ran behind the barrel. Oh my god, it's so close.
I keep trying to maintain focus to try to.
Oh no, that
it's gently.
You can like hear it squeaking.
I'm willing as best I can. I have this window open. I'm going to try to just get it away from my senses, and I'm going to walk into the window.
Yeah,
and
okay.
avoid the candle for now.
Jesus Christ, that rat is so attractive. Like, you just look down at the rat, and when you look back, that candle is like, the flame is actually like on your paw. What is it doing on your paw? Like, oh my god.
It hurts. It burns.
Do you want to try and put out that fire on your paw? Not on the candle.
No, my paw's on fire.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna leap down at the rat. You've compelled me.
Okay.
Down at the rat. The smell of the rat. I'm literally leaping with flaming paw down onto the rat.
Did you know this, Sean? I have pet rats. Rats have huge and terrifying teeth that will no shit like make you bleed buckets. This rat sees you coming, and it looks up at you, goes scree, and you see these huge teeth. Roll your hack and slash, plus your strength.
All right, strength. My strength is +0. So, is that right? No, I have +1. Right, great. Roll 2d6.
This needs to be like a mini comic. That's so cute.
Wait. This is my chance to hack and slash, right?
Yes.
Shit.
Okay, so as you're falling towards this thing, claws outstretched, paw swiftly extinguishing as you fall through the air, this rat like leaps up towards you, fangs flashing. Do you want to avoid its attack for free?
No, yeah. I'm overcome by feral desire.
Never free,
okay,
dude.
all right.
Destroy it.
So, you take...
No, I'm not gonna fall for that shit, Steven.
It slashes at you with its teeth, and like it just rends open your like upper right pectoral, and you take 1d4 damage.
Mark XP, by the way.
Yeah, mark XP.
And then take 4 damage, son.
So today on Dungeon World Cat Edition, so this rat immediately starts like scampering away from you at top speed. What do you do?
I dart after it, digging my claws into the dirt to accelerate to maximum speed immediately.
As is common
physiology of the skulking cat.
Yeah, you fly through the air, landing right on top of this rat. Roll another hack and slash. All right,
at least
so you land on top of it. Your mouth gently closes over the back of its neck. It twists, it slashes at your cheek with its jaws. You close your fangs around its throat and snap once, and its neck just shatters. Roll 1d4 damage for the damage it dealt you before you killed it. All right.
Oh my gosh.
And, oh wait, my armor is not counting because I'm in cat form, right?
Correct. But you can actually avoid this deftly.
No?
Okay.
Oh, I accept the damage.
You sit there, this juicy jelly donut rat drooping from your mouth. Its warm insides just spreading over your tongue. It's so good, so delicious. Oh my god, you devour the rest of this creature, and you look up and you see that actually, like, there's actually fire? Like a lot of fire on this windowsill? What are you doing?
I regain my senses, the sort of cloudy feral instinct from being a skulking cat. That need is gone, and my tiny belly is now filled.
Yeah.
And what I originally set out to do has been accomplished.
All right.
And I feel satisfied and transform back into druid forms in the remainder of my hold.
Cool.
Which I knew that I only had one of, so I didn't want to deal with death dodging.
So good. Okay. So, a couple people start screaming and running and notice the fires, and you manage to leave the alley without being noticed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Because I was going to be like, no, wait, I need to escape the alley. I was going to stay in Skulk and Cat form. I realized I got two in the moment. But yeah,
So,
great.
the next morning dawns early with rosy fingers. The sky is especially pink this morning, and the scent of scorch and fire fills the air. Turns out that roughly a third of one of Jeowin's most wealthy districts burned to the ground last night. Someone left their window open with a candle next to it, which caught fire the curtains and just completely, gutted a strong portion of the town. A number of people are sort of like homeless now. And as such, there are more people than usual at the gate this morning looking to take on as adventurers. Three of them especially have absolutely no dedication to the people that they're joining, but are looking for money to help rebuild their homes.
Nice.
Their names are Itog, Hyam, and Radis.
So they don't want any more money, you said?
Oh no, they want the 15 that they've been offered, and they want continued payment as they serve you. So Itog, as we said, is a warrior from the far south.
Yeah.
And he's using a scimitar. Hyam is he's sort of a wealthy farm owner who spent a lot of his days using a hoe, and as such he's got, he's sort of like beaten a hoe back into some sort of halberd-esque type thing. So farmer with a halberd.
Halibrid, as Neil says, for some reason.
And then
Into a whole bird.
Radis is an older gentleman, and all he's got left is kind of like this broken piece of table that he like holds on his arm that as a shield. And he tells you his story. He says that he was a merchant before his shop was burnt down because he left a window open, and apparently he left a candle on. And
Rough go.
merchant with a table shield. And fortunately for you all, Radis has also spent a lot of time traveling the roads and selling his wares to the towns of the Beholder's Eye Mountains. And as such, he knows the area very well. And when Lobelia, you describe the Daggerfall waterfall to him, he says, yes, I've passed there a number of times, and I can lead you there with no trouble at all.
Yeah,
Are you all ready to set out on your journey, or do you want to do a little bit of quick shopping with your 125 coin?
Oh, so these guys are still coming with us regardless. They just want more money.
No, they don't want more
No.
money. We've sort of like retroactively defined why they are joining you as the fact that their homes were all destroyed by some,
Oh, okay. I thought you said they were asking for more money. So,
Nah.
all right, cool.
I'm unusually delighted with myself this morning.
Lobelia overheard and knew of this ruby and pearl necklace and would like to go get that.
Oh yeah.
She's become quite fond of this black velvet pouch that Sir
Tortia?
Tortia
Yeah.
has,
Yeah.
and she's made it her mission to make him like her now.
Okay. Cool.
She
Yeah,
sees
so-
that her failed attempt to steal something out of his pouch was kind of like a calling, like, hey, this is what do you call it? Like a message to me.
All right, so you find yourself at the intersection of Silver and, God, I don't even remember what I said before. Something like Grove Lane.
Yes.
Silver
I think that's right.
and Grove Lane. Looking up at a large red colored building, which you saw in the sunset, and now it is deep night. There's a slivered moon rising in the sky. The silvery light of the stars bathes the streets. And you're looking up at a second-story window with garish blue shutters. Like, who the fuck made that decision? Ugh, awful. What do you do?
So he said the best way is to get in through the shutters.
Yeah, the second-story window was what Tortia mentioned.
There's like a thing for Okay. I am going to take a look and ponder at the location. See if that truly is the best route for me.
Okay. So
I
you
guess
examine
that
very
would be-
closely. Would you roll a discern realities?
Sure. It's gonna probably be bad, but we will see.
Oh shit.
4.
Oh.
XP.
I look around. I'm like, that seems like the legit way to go in.
And you know, you're sitting there pondering. You ponder the front door, ponder the neighboring window with its tasteful green shutters, ponder the rooftop where a smoke like a chimney is puffing gently into the night air. You ponder until about 3 a.m. when you hear a voice laughing from down at the other end of the lane. You hear some woman's tinkling laughter and the voice of 2 men chortling along with her. And you see 3 individuals strolling down the end of Grove Lane, heading straight in your direction. What do you do?
I wait for them.
Okay. The woman stops and like clasps a hand to her breast and she says, "Oh, my, look at that little thing there." And one of the men turns to her and murmurs something in her ear and she cracks up again. What do you do?
I just stay there.
They sort of skirt around you and all 3 of them will sort of leer at you over their shoulder as they pass. They head straight up to Bresqua's door, and the woman steps up, pulls out a key, sticks it in the lock, and unlocks it, and throws the door open. And she says, "Gentlemen, shall we?" And both of them laugh gently, their warm laughter echoing through the night. And they enter into the home, slam the door behind them, and then you hear, muffled voices from inside.
All right, I'm gonna put my ear up against the door and see if I can hear what they're saying.
They're not actually saying anything. You hear moaning, basically.
Wow, within 3 gentlemen, the door shuts and the clothes, there was just rip cords that they all pulled and they
Yeah,
fell off.
exactly. They had like Velcro pants.
So does it sound like they're still on the first floor?
It sounds like they're kind of like going all over the place. Like there's kind of a crash as you hear something crash over, and one of them goes,
Okay.
and then the woman goes, "Oh." Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna. I guess, do I need to climb up to the second window?
Well, it's fairly steep. It's like a brick wall. If you had something like a grappling hook, you could definitely get up there easier.
Well, dear Steven, what would I be without a grappling hook?
I know, right?
Out of my bag, I'd pull out a grappling hook,
Yep.
and I make my way up to this windowsill.
Is this a padded grappling hook?
Padded. Sure.
Okay. Yeah, you get it to stick in like 1 or 2 throws, and quickly you shimmy up the rope up to the ledge, the windowsill, this garishly blue shuttered window. What do you do?
Sorry, I'm just removing an adventuring pack thing and adding that as a note.
Yeah.
So I try to open the window.
Okay, the window is locked with a clasp, much like Irolo found earlier.
Well, being a thief and all, I have learned some things through the tricks of my trade, and I pull out a little hairpin from my hair and start fidgeting with the window.
Awesome. Roll that plus your dexterity.
Do you do the Hollywood-esque anytime girl removes anything from her hair?
Yeah.
I gotta start doing that myself, man. Irolo with his like twisted greenish brownish hair.
Awesome.
Not a cat anymore.
Ooh, okay.
And out of
so
7 to 9, I still do it, but the GM will offer me 2 options between suspicion, danger, or cost.
So, dear Lobelia, suspicion or danger?
Uh-oh.
Danger.
All right. You slip this hairpin into the space between the windows and begin deftly lifting up this clasp. It takes you a couple tries, like it keeps falling down, and in your anger, you sort of like reposition yourself on this windowsill, and all of a sudden one of the bricks comes loose. Would you defy danger with your dexterity? Oh, okay, you send a brick clattering to the ground below you, but you manage to like brace yourself against the window frame and swing one of the windows open outwards and slip inside completely unnoticed. You're in a sumptuously dressed, warmly lit bed chamber where in the corner there is a gilt and oak vanity. And on top of the vanity, carelessly tossed aside, rests a string of pearls with a brilliant ruby at their center.
Well, I wander right over there, grab that, plop that in my pouch, and
Cool.
kind of look around. Is there anything else I would see of value?
Are you trying to be sneaky?
Yes.
All right, roll plus your dexterity.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, so you step over to the vanity. You clamber up onto the chair in order to be able to peek up onto the vanity itself, which is really about your head height, really. And as you like reach up to grab the jewels, you tip the chair over backwards and tumble back, cracking your head soundly against the wooden frame of this this four-post bed. You hear from downstairs someone go. You look quickly around to see if there's anything else of value, and you notice that on the wall is a priceless painting. It's from a locally renowned artist named Ries, R-I-E-S. And this appears to be a painting of a woman sort of like nude lying back over a stone that's draped with a velvet cloth, and she's incredibly pale, and the rest of the painting is incredibly dark, and like bent over her is some like dark figure with like glowing red eyes and like bared snarling fangs. It looks like this really dramatic, contrast-filled thing. Looks pretty attractive, but all of a sudden you hear footsteps on the stairs, Lobelia.
Uh-oh.
I'm not impressed by this painting.
No.
I jump out the window
Okay.
and try to make my way out of there as fast as I can.
you shimmy down. Do you close the window behind you?
Yes.
Okay. You leap out, close the window shut behind you, shimmy down the rope, and unhook your grappling hook from the window ledge, and turn a corner. And you hear the window open from around the corner, and someone look out and say, and you vanish into the night with this pearl necklace.
Yay.
Do you want to return this to Torcha the next morning?
Yeah.
All right. You show up at his doorstep, knocking on his door. He opens the door bleary-eyed. He's actually still wearing like the same purple robes that he was yesterday. They look a little bit slept in. He looks down at you. He says, "Oh, you're that compatriot of Lord Wyman's, aren't you?"
Something of that sort, yes. And I extend my hand out, and I'm like, Lobelia Shadow Swan.
He sort of like, he reaches down a single finger and puts it in your palm and like wiggles it a little bit.
I'm like,
And he says, "Well, yes, what can I do for Lord Wyman today? Why did he send you?"
well, Lord Wyman did not send me.
Oh.
But I kind of pull down my vest a little bit, pull out a little necklace.
He passes a hand in front of his eyes. He says, "Madam, I am not interested in your worldly goods."
I think you'll be interested in these ones.
He peeks through his fingers. He sees the necklace and he says, "Huh. Lord Wyman told you about that, did he?"
He did.
Well, he also told you I offered him 25 coin for it, yes?
Nope.
Oh, well, yeah, you're in luck. I'm offering 25 coin for the return of that necklace.
Oh, well then. I'll be keeping it.
No. Listen here, young miss, lady. What are you, child? Give me that. It's mine.
I don't think it's yours. Why would it be yours if it was in someone else's house?
He sort of like grits his teeth. He like squints his eyes. He says, "Fine, 50 coin."
I'm thinking more like 100.
He like.
And also, I would like it in that nice black pouch that I saw you carrying around.
Saw. I never. Why you? And he just sort of like storms around in a circle, spewing invective into the morning air. It's like 5 a.m. or something like that. He finally turns around. He says, "Fine." He pulls out. He goes back in, slams the door, and you hear him like crashing around, spewing invective in his little house. He comes back and he opens the door, creaks it open. He's just like looking through a crack, and he holds out a little black pouch. And he drops it on the ground, and he holds out his hand. What do you do?
I shake my head at him, reach down, look at the pouch, open it up, just to make certain that it has what it's supposed to in there.
There's 100 coin in the pouch.
Tighten it up, put it back in my bag, and unlace the necklace and put it right in his hand.
He slips his hand into the
But-
opening, and yes.
I grab his hand as he's taking it, and I hold
Okay.
it, and I say,
Yes.
if you ever need something like this done in the future, let me know.
He like, you see this hand. Okay, I need to hold up Skype so I can actually show this. You see his hand, and it's like, "Ugh," and it like slips back in, and the door slams, and you hear him like stomp deep into the recesses of his.
I like knock on the door, I'm like, I don't have cooties! And I walk away.